time my teenage client is telling me that his father's driving him crazy because he's always bossing him around. That strategy of bossing around our kids might work when our kids are young, doesn't work when they're teenagers. And if you remember how you felt when you were a teenager, when you were bossed around, so you can understand that. Luckily, the father was willing to come in for a few coaching sessions, and now I think he has the coping skills, and I even heard that they went out to a movie together. So here are 4 tips when you are parenting teenagers. First and foremost, stay connected to them. Make time to listen to them. Make time to understand their lives, understand their music, understand watching programs that are interesting to them. The more you learn about your teenager and what's going on with them, the more connected you'll become, and the more they're going to be willing to listen to you, is because the more they feel that you really understand where they're coming from. That's number 1. Number 2 is making agreements. The more you sit with your teenager and say, okay, this is the issue at hand, let's come to an agreement how it can be resolved. With that, what we all know is that your teenagers are going to break those agreements. Why? Because they're teenagers. That's okay. Now you need to sit with them and say, okay, now what do we do now? We made an agreement. How do we resolve this? We have a situation of broken agreement. And by doing this, you're modeling with them how things work in the world. Sometimes you make a commitment, you make a promise, you couldn't fulfill it. Okay, how do we become menschim? How to become mature adults and work this out together? Number 3, touch. Teenagers need you to express your love to them through touch. They won't admit it, they might shy away from it, but they need you to hug them. They need you to kiss them. You may kiss the top of their heads, but they need to know that you love them and you're connected to them, not only in terms of your mind and your heart, but also through physical expressions of love. Number 4, when parenting teenagers, it's very important to share the reasonings behind your decisions. They may not always agree, but it's your reasonings behind it. When you're parenting them, it's very important to move away from the paradigm of right and wrong, and to move towards the paradigm of, I need you to do this because it's important to me. I'll give you an example. I need you to clean up your room because I want the room clean. It could very well be the teenager does not want the room clean, but it's important to you. So as long as the teenager's room is in your house, and as long as you're paying rent, he needs to respect the fact that this is important to you. And he's doing it not because he thinks it's right or it's good. He's doing it because it's important to you. Maybe one day he will also do it because he agrees with you. Right now, to move away from the paradigm of right and wrong and move towards the paradigm of this is important to me.